One simple shelf awakened memories of childhood dreams, and the friend he thought he'd lost forever. On a cloudy Thursday afternoon, Ryan Cole walked into an upscale furniture store in downtown Chicago. As the newly appointed design director of a luxury interiors brand, he was scouting fresh craftsmanship talent for an upcoming showcase. He wasn't expecting anything extraordinary until he wandered to the back workshop, where a man was quietly fitting the final panel onto a handcrafted oak shelf. There was something about the precision, the calm intensity of the man's hands, the way he leveled the shelf without needing to look twice. Ryan paused, struck by a sense of déjà vu. It wasn't just the craftsmanship, it was the posture, the rhythm, the humming under the breath. He moved closer. The carpenter didn't look up at first, his back slightly hunched over the frame. He was humming an old tune, an obscure melody Ryan hadn't heard in decades. His heart skipped. "Leo?" The man looked up slowly, blinking behind thick-rimmed glasses. For a moment, silence stretched between them. Then, the faintest, disbelieving smile cracked across the carpenter's face. "Ryan?" Ryan stepped forward, stunned. "Leo, it's really you." Leo dropped the screwdriver from his hand, his voice cracking. "I thought you moved away for good." "I did. But I never forgot you," Ryan said softly, eyes welling. Leo had once been the boy who dreamt of building cities, sketching impossible buildings during recess, dreaming out loud of becoming an architect. He was the reason Ryan had fallen in love with design in the first place. But something had happened in high school. Leo's father fell ill, money ran out, and he dropped out quietly while Ryan went on to chase their shared dream alone. Now, here he was, building shelves with the brilliance of a man who still remembered every dream. Ryan couldn't stop staring. Leo's face had matured, with lines that hadn't been there before, etched from years of quiet struggle. Yet behind his tired eyes was the same fire, the same quiet intelligence Ryan had always admired. "You remember our Model City project?" Ryan asked, his voice still shaky from the shock. Leo chuckled. "Of course. You kept designing glass towers. I kept adding rooftop gardens." They both laughed softly, and for a moment the years melted away. But as the laughter faded, reality crept in. "So, you're working here?" Ryan asked gently. Leo nodded. "Yeah, been here a while. I do all the custom builds. They pay all right and I get to use my hands." He smiled faintly, but it didn't quite reach his eyes. Ryan hesitated. "Did you ever finish school? I mean, architecture?" Leo shook his head. "Life got in the way. Mom passed the year after Dad. I had to take care of my sister. College didn't seem like an option after that." Ryan's heart clenched. He remembered Leo's drawings, entire blueprints drawn on notebook paper, dreams they whispered late into the night in bunk beds and tree houses. Leo turned away, wiping his hands on a cloth. "But hey, I still build things. That counts for something, right?" Ryan looked around the room. The craftsmanship was flawless. Every joint, every grain of wood aligned with quiet genius. This wasn't just something. It was talent that deserved the world stage. "You ever think about going back?" Ryan asked cautiously. Leo shrugged. "Sometimes. But dreams don't always pay bills." Ryan's mind was already racing, not with pity, but with possibility. "I'm launching a new design series," he said. "It's going to feature raw talent, people who design from the heart, not just degrees. I was hoping to find someone like you. Turns out I found exactly you." Leo laughed, unsure whether Ryan was serious. "You're not just saying that because we were friends, are you?" "I'm saying it because you're better than most designers I've hired," Ryan replied, his voice steady. Leo looked stunned. He opened his mouth to speak, but no words came. "I want you in," Ryan said. "Not just for one project." I want to help you do what we always dreamed of." Silence again. But this time it wasn't heavy. It was full of awe and something deeper. Hope. Leo sat on the edge of his workbench, silent, hands resting on his lap as if unsure what to do with them. The last time he had heard someone speak to him like that, like he mattered, was decades ago, back when dreams were alive and nights were filled with rooftop conversations about the future. "You're not just being kind, are you?" Leo finally said, voice hushed. Ryan stepped closer. "Leo, you were the smartest guy I knew. You taught me how to sketch in perspective, remember? You practically designed half our childhood." Leo smiled faintly. "Yeah, but you had the confidence, the charm, the suit." "And you had the talent," Ryan replied. "Still do." There was a pause. Then Leo asked the question that lingered deep in his gut. "Why now?" Ryan leaned against the counter, looking around the dusty shop. "Because I forgot where I came from. I forgot the people who shaped me. I built this life chasing success. But seeing you reminded me of the foundation. And you, Leo, you were part of mine." Leo's throat tightened. He glanced away to hide his watering eyes. I don't know if I can just step into some big project." "You won't be alone," Ryan said. "I'll guide you, partner with you. And if you want school, we'll make it happen. Full scholarship. No strings." Leo blinked. "Why are you doing this?" Ryan's expression softened. "Because someone believed in me once when I didn't believe in myself. I want to pass that on." A long silence followed, broken only by the hum of the workshop light and a distant train. Then Leo stood, his shoulders straighter than before. "All right," he said quietly. "Let's build something." Ryan smiled. "Let's build everything." The next few weeks unfolded like a dream. Ryan brought Leo to his architectural firm's studio, where Leo's hand-drawn sketches left seasoned architects speechless. A team was assembled just to support Leo's concepts. No one knew he was once a tire-streaked carpenter from a dusty garage. They only saw brilliance. Leo's first project? A community center in their old neighborhood. He designed it with wide-open spaces, rooftop gardens, and classrooms where kids could dream just like he once had. At the opening ceremony, when the mayor asked Ryan why he chose Leo, he simply said, "Because he was always meant to build the future. I just gave him the blueprint." The grand opening of the community center drew a crowd of all ages. Balloons waved in the wind, children played on the new turf fields, and old neighbors shook hands and hugged like time had folded in on itself. At the center of it all stood Leo, no longer in overalls, but in a sharp gray suit Ryan had gifted him, tailored with quiet pride. He watched in awe as his designs came to life, every curve of the building, every sunlit hall, every reading nook exactly how he had envisioned it. And now it wasn't just his. It belonged to the people. Ryan joined him near the main entrance, hands in his pockets, eyes scanning the joyful chaos. "You built this," he said softly. Leo chuckled, still not used to the idea. We built this. You believed in me before I believed in myself." Before Ryan could reply, a young girl tugged at Leo's jacket. She looked up with wide eyes and said, "Did you make this place?" Leo knelt to her level. "I helped, yes." Her eyes sparkled. "I want to build something too, someday." Leo smiled. "Then start dreaming now." The girl ran off, her words echoing through Leo's mind like a melody he'd forgotten. Later that evening, as the sun dipped behind the buildings and the crowd began to thin, Ryan and Leo stood alone in the quiet courtyard of the center. Lights flickered on one by one, bathing the place in a warm, golden glow. Ryan broke the silence. "You know, I think we're just getting started." Leo nodded. Funny. For the first time in decades, I feel like I've just begun living. They stood there in silence, two friends bound by memory and renewed purpose, watching the lights shimmer on the dream they had built. Together.